Good afternoon. My name is John Schaut and I'm the Income Tax Administrator for the City of Grand Rapids. And it's my favorite time of the year, tax time. Who has to file a City of Grand Rapids income tax return? That's a question that we receive quite frequently. And the answer is very simple. A resident who has income subject to tax under the ordinance must file and report their income. Non-residents working in the city or doing business in the city must file and report the income that they earn for business conducted within the city. Our income tax forms are available online at www.grcity.us/tax forms, one word. Or you can contact the city via the city's 311 and request a form be mailed to you. Or if you live outside the city, you can contact the Income Tax Department directly at 616-456-3415, and we'd be happy to mail you a return form for you to fill out and send to the city. The city offers for individual taxpayers the opportunity to file a City of Grand Rapids individual return, the GR 1040, using our free online income tax preparation tool, which we refer to as the tax tool. The link for accessing information regarding electronic filing using our tax tool is www.grcity.us/e-filing, or again, www.grcity.us/e-filing. And that will take you to the URL or the information and the requirements for using our free online income tax preparation tool. You will need to have certain information available to you or when you log into our system to be able to use our free tool, and that includes your W-2s, a copy of your completed federal income tax return, as well as any other attachments or information that you use to prepare your federal return. You are required to get an account code or an account number or an alternate ID, and there is a lookup tool on our website for you to look up your account number using information from your 2013 income tax return. Specifically for verification purposes, the information that you need to look up your account number is obviously your last name, the last four digits of your Social Security number, and the amount of tax that was assessed on your 2013 income tax return form as reported on line 23B. Now that trips up a lot of folks, but it's one way that we can provide verification that it is you who's applying for the alternate ID or account number. On the return form for 2014, and certainly our City Commission and our Mayor strongly encourage you to consider donating all or part of your overpayment. That is, if you have a refund on your City of Grand Rapids income tax return for 2014, you can consider donating all or part of that to one of two or perhaps all two projects that we have on our list. The first one being to purchase flags for veteran grave sites, and the other project for donations is the Children's Fund. And all taxpayers are welcomed and encouraged to consider donating all or part of their income tax refund from the city to one or both of these projects. One benefit to the city, since the majority of income tax refunds are small dollar amounts, your donation of your overpayment or refund does save us the expense of issuing a check or processing an electronic transaction to refund that money, and it goes for a good purpose. And again, we strongly encourage you to consider donating part or all of your refund. What are some of the common problems that we're encountering at this point? There are many users of electronic income tax preparation software packages, including products like TaxAct and TurboTax, and we're seeing some problems with some of the early filers. Many of the returns are being filed with what we call a watermark message on the return form. And what do I mean by this? Essentially, the message is something along the line, form not approved, do not print, do not file. There's some different messages because there are the vendors put different types of messages on these forms. The problem for the income tax department is that these are non-conforming income tax returns. And we can't process them electronically. They require manual processing. And we strongly urge you to hold off filing returns until you download to your computer the updates from the vendor. That is TurboTax, that is the one that I hear the most about. If you're patient and you go online, eventually they're going to release updates which will clear that message. And I strongly urge you to wait a bit until those updates are released before you file your income tax return. Again, returns received with these watermark messages are what we consider to be non-conforming, and they will be held to the end of the processing season to be worked, and that will delay the issuance of refunds. So please do not send us a non-conforming income tax return. Be patient and wait for the updates. I've heard in the last day or so that updates for the Intuit products, including TurboTax, may be coming around the 15th of February. I hope it comes sooner. I've contacted Intuit directly and I've asked them to expedite these updates to save us all a lot of extra work with processing these returns. It's not an uncommon problem, but I'm charged with reducing the cost of processing returns, and these returns cannot be processed by using our OCR, ICR technology and have to be manually entered. And that's a process that we've been trying to avoid now for the last 3 years. Other types of problems that we have with paper filed returns is that taxpayers forget to attach page 1 of their federal return. They forget to attach their W-2s and other schedules. If you are claiming Schedule C on your federal return, you need to attach a copy of that Schedule C to your city return. There are other schedules that are commonly used and need to be attached, including Schedule D for capital gains, Schedule E like for rental property, the other schedules for employee business expenses and other types of deductions. And you need to make sure that you attach all of those schedules to your income tax return. If you forget to attach these schedules, and we have no way of verifying that, the amount of the deduction or the expense can be, we will do an adjustment to remove that item from that, which could increase the tax, and you'll receive an assessment of additional tax, or you'll receive a smaller refund if we adjust your return because you did not attach a required document to support either an income item or a deduction. So please, please file a complete return, which includes not only page 1 and page 2 of your city income tax returns, as well as some of the other schedules that we publish, but last year we received returns, about 500 returns, only with page 2. I couldn't understand it, but it is a problem, and we're asking taxpayers to pay attention and make sure that they file a complete return, which includes page 1 and page 2 of your city income tax return form, as well as all required federal schedules and forms and worksheets that are used for preparation of your federal return, as well as the W-2s. The W-2s are very important to us. And in the absence, if you forget to attach a W-2, can and will delay the processing of your return. There are other types of issues and mismatches of Social Security numbers. It's surprising how many people don't remember what their correct Social Security number is. And so we again ask that you make sure that the Social Security numbers that you supply or place on your income tax return form is the correct Social Security number. And it's also correct for any dependents, like children, that you are claiming as well. Please check all of these items. They're very important today. If you file a paper return, don't assume that the city of Grand Rapids received it. And And it's a concern from the standpoint, we receive during the peak filing season between January and April approximately 70,000 income tax returns that are paper filed. For peace of mind, we strongly urge you to consider sending your paper filed income tax return form using some form of postal delivery confirmation, like certified return receipt. That way you have documentation that your return was actually mailed and was received by the city. For those taxpayers who use an income tax preparation or preparer, or use one of 6 or 7 income tax preparation products, normally you receive a confirmation code when you transmit your return that we received it. And that's the best way of confirming that we received a return, is when they're electronically filed. For tax year 2014, taxpayers who are using or use a preparer who uses a commercially prepared income tax preparation software product, but the following software packages, including Drake software, the Thomson Reuters UltraTax, the Thomson Reuters Tax Simple program, the Thomson Reuters Agili software product, TaxSlayer Pro, and Pro Systems FX, are all supporting the electronic transmission of City of Grand Rapids income tax return forms for 2014. We're delighted that we received a notice that Tax Simple, Agili, and TaxSlayer Pro are supporting our e-file program for 2014. And we're very pleased with that development because it's going to expedite the processing of returns, and for many who receive a refund, it does speed up the processing and the issuance of an income tax refund. If you should have any questions, please feel free to call our office at 616-456-3415 during regular business hours between 8 and 5 p.m. If you come to City Hall, to our office, we're located on the 3rd floor of City Hall at 300 Monroe Avenue Northwest, and there is parking in the Government Center ramp below the building, and we'll validate your parking if you come to our office with questions or need to talk to somebody about a problem or an issue with preparation of your income tax return form. I'd also like to express my appreciation for all of the volunteers in the community who work through the VITA program or the Kent County Tax Credit Coalition for the fine work that they do with helping taxpayers prepare their income tax return forms. We also in our office have a limited capability for helping people prepare their returns as well, but certainly avail yourself of these many community-based resources at many churches and community centers that assist people with preparation of their income tax return forms at either no or a very low cost. Again, if you should have any questions, feel free to contact the Income Tax Department at 616-456-3415. And you can email us with questions, and the email address for emailing questions on tax issues is grtax@grcity.us. Once again, that's grtax, or TAX, @grcity.us. We have other email addresses, and you can link to those via our website. Again, and that's at www.grcity.us/income tax, because we have links for corporate income taxpayers, partnership income taxpayers, withholding and employer income taxpayers, as well as individuals. And we have resources available for all of them. And we do have a section on our website with frequently asked questions that may also provide assistance to you as well if you should have any questions. But always, we're available to answer questions. Feel free to contact our office. Again, I'm going to give you the number. That's 616-456-3415. And in closing, I hope your day is less taxing than mine. Thank you.